that like button. We got a special announcement tonight.
I swear tomorrow that I'll give you all that I will. Take the sorrow forward. We wake up. But for tonight it seems I'm tangled up in you. Tangled up in you. Tangled up in you. Tangled up
My.
Tangled up in you.
I don't know how they do, but I know how we do. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. I appreciate everyone that's already tapped in, that's already dropping comments. I'm going to get the chat up right now. And we're going to go ahead and get into it because we got, finally, we got the announcement that we've been waiting for, which is the Thanksgiving Fight Night, which we have been talking about since probably, I would say, about after Cinco de Mayo. But with the former heavyweight champ, we've been talking about this since right after February, right after he had his fight. We'll get into all of these things, I guess. And in the comments, I'm going to try to answer. I'll answer all the pinchy questions in the comments. But now let me go ahead and get the chat. And while I get the chat, I want to say gracias to all the day wonders. Gracias to everyone in the members only. The members only is the backbone of the pinchy community. That's what I call them. We have a good old time. You already know what it is. That pinchy loyalty is another level, especially when you're the members only. I don't know what it is, $5.99 or something 99, but I appreciate them. They got all access. There's a lot of the youngsters that are in there that ask questions about, things that happened a long time ago. Well, there's a place for it. It's called the members only. So if you want to go ahead and trip out on that, go ahead and trip out on that. All right, let me get the chat up right now. Before we get into it, I want to see who's in the roll call tonight. And we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Listen, we're not going to dilly-dally. That way anyone that watches this video on the replay can go ahead and just find out the announcement and everything else that's going on, right? That's right. Renee Q, I appreciate you, my boy. Come on, Mikey. We're here, cabron. We're here. I know you're here, cabron. I know. All right, so gracias all the day wonders. Gracias everyone in the members only. Gracias to all the IG pages, Chicano, and everyone. We got each other's backs for the most part. We might not agree on all the pinchy politics, but we got each other's backs. All right, anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So ever since the heavyweight title was created, okay, which, when did that come about? It's probably about December, October. No, I'm sorry, October. It was around Halloween, I think, of last year. Okay, we had one fight, the main fight, pulling up. That was actually the pioneer fight of the show. It was a great atmosphere, great pinche pelea, great pelea. I mean, they were throwing the water heaters at each other, chingazos, boom, bap, boom, boom, bap. If you saw the fight, then you can attest to what I'm talking about. If you didn't see the fight, one, shame on you. Two, you got to go and see it because it's on the archive. So the fights don't go anywhere. They'll stay on the archive, just to let you know, okay? Go back and see it. That was the very first fight. And then right after that fight took place, we started to begin. And when I mean we, I will go ahead and say myself, and I will go ahead and say Tony from Stories. And you know who he is, right? You should know who he is, right? And shout out to him, cabron. If you're listening, shout out to you. All right. So, So right after that fight, we had texted back and forth real quick. You know what we got to do? We got to give the people what they want. And what did the people want? They're screaming. The people were yelling, screaming, chanting. They wanted a fight between Stories written by a current prisoner and Paradigm Media News. It had to happen. I had to put it together. I had to, do everything that I could do. I'm going to do all my magic plus to the next level to make this fight happen for the people. Unfortunately, the fight is not going to happen for the people. This is what the people wanted to see. But one thing leads to another. It looks like one door closes, and we got a way better door that actually probably could have been better than the first option, because that's just the way God works. Some people say the universe. I say that's how God works. So, anyways, let me go ahead and go back to it. So we verbally confirmed the fight like 3-4 times. Okay, verbally confirmed, text confirmed, whatever you want to call it. Text, I guess you can consider a paper trail, text messages, confirmed. Yes, that's the one. Yes, that's perfect. Yes, that's going to work. Great. We're going to give the people what they want. Awesome. The people deserve it. They deserve the chingazos because we know the backstory. There was some words said and that, crossed the line. That crossed the line. Let's keep that a buck, okay? And so the only way to settle it, like grown-ass men, let's pull up. Let's go ahead and handle it. Let's get into it. Okay. So right after the heavyweight fight, oh, shoot, we got a quick another fight. We got like a 45-day turnaround now. And now we got, to date, gente, just if you didn't know, to date, the best fight in Content Creator Series of Fighting, which is Buzz Yard Recall versus Cholo Trucker. That's the best fight to date. Give me a second, gente. So that happened right after. And since that happened right after, I had to have all my attention, all hands on deck, all on board for that one. But I still knew you guys wanted to see a November to remember, a Thanksgiving to remember. That was my word, wasn't it? That was my word, right? Of course, it takes more than one to tango. It takes people that are willing. It takes people that are going to not have to have me like feel like I'm resorting to try to convince you to fight, because that's not my job. My job here is to see how much I can put on a silver platter so you can focus on one thing, and that's just train. All right. But anyways, so it was a very, very, very quick turnaround when it came to, it was a very, very quick turnaround when it came to the first fight and the second fight. So I had to go all hands on deck on the first fight. That's what I had to do. So anyways, so that didn't give me until like May. Okay, so after Cinco de Mayo, now we start talking about this fight. Here we go with verbal confirmations. Yes, I'm all in. Yes, that's perfect. Yes, it's happening. Great. I reach out to Paradigm Media News. Okay, and after I reach out to Paradigm Media News, he's on board. I think he just wants to get in there. I think he just wanted to get in there and thump, and that's what the people wanted to see. He was on board right away. And so here we go. After May, the text messages happen, but I said I'm not going to go past May without making this announcement. And it shouldn't be past 1 month without making this announcement. It shouldn't be. But what was the delay? What was the whole reason? I believe for transparency purposes, we're going to go ahead and tell the people. And then that way it's just business. And this is how I deal with business. And this is going to set a precedence. It's going to set a precedence that Mikey, don't wait. Don't play, and Mikey's not going to wait. It's funny because in the beginning, you'll be fired up. Yeah, I want to throw chingazos and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're ready to go. But all of a sudden, it takes 3, 4, 5 phone calls. It almost feels like I have to guide you. Why does it have to be? Why does a negotiation have to be like that? Okay, let's keep that a buck. So here I gave myself the deadline, June 1st. We got to get this fight to the people. This is way more than ample time. Way more than ample time. If this takes an over-excessive amount of energy from me toward one party to try to convince, that's what I felt like I was doing. And I'm like, but you're the one that said you wanted it. You had to have it. It was going to be a short night for him. It was going to go all bad for him. And I don't know what else, right? Those are private conversations. I don't get down like that. But we'll paraphrase them here. So 3 phone calls, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 text messages. Everything is great. Everything is happening. And then when the contract became prepared, when the official contract finally was drafted up after Cinco de Mayo, again, because we just came off of the best fight to date, Cholo Trucker, the return of Cholo Trucker, and Yard Recall, who was just a scrappy individual. Shout out to you, my boy. Now I could put attention on this fight. I said, you know what? The contract finally was made. So I sent the contract. I sent the contract once. I'm going to try to read some of your comments. Cabrones, hold on. I'm going to try to read some comments. I just want to get this out. I sent the contract a second time. Now, by the time I sent the contract a second time, I did do the follow-up phone call. I need to do a temperature check. That's what I need to do, is a temperature check, right? And so after the second time I sent the contract, a temperature, hey, how's things going? Da, 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 da. Well, Mikey, da, 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 da. The first thing we got to talk about, okay, is numbers. Okay, I get it. Maybe the numbers looked a little bit different on this agreement, but gente, I'm learning as I go. I'm learning these pinchy agreements, and you can guarantee one thing: the way these fighters are going to just lay it all out there, put, their heart on the line, not leave anything behind, is in order you have to incentivize the contracts. Incentivize. What does incentivize the contracts mean? That means it shouldn't be just one pay, all outcomes. O sea, where's the incentive to knock the motherfucker out? Where's the incentive to TKO the motherfucker? Where's the incentive if he gets stopped? Hold on one second, Ante. So again, learning as I go, right? So we got over that. That took, what did it take? I don't know, a week, a few days. Got over that. One thing after another on the phone call, right? So then I call back. Again, I sent the contract now a third time. I sent the contract a third time. And didn't do a follow-up after that. I gave it some time. Here we are now, probably coming up on maybe the second week. Haven't heard anything back. It's me initiating the talks always. It's me initiating the text conversations always. It's me with my mind on what's going to happen tonight, is we're going to make the announcement. Finally for Thanksgiving. But someone is getting stripped of the title tonight. It's happening now. Just giving a little bit for transparency reasons. Backstory. All right. So the fourth time I send the contract. Again, this is in the month of May, after Cinco de Mayo. Now it's like, let's go. Let's go ahead and get this one in the books, because I'm working on August right now. But I want to get it in the books because we've been talking about this for how long? Now with Paradigm Media News, okay, shout out to you, mister. We've already been down this road already. I'm just so glad that now things, you see how God works, Ante? Things are coming, or if you believe in a God, higher power, whatever it is. Do you see how things are come full circle? I'm so happy now for Paradigm Media News that he's going to get his moment, and for the people that want to see the thumping happen. Oh, and it's going to be a thumping, because I'm going to make the announcement. Just give me about 5 more minutes. I sent the contract a 5th time. And in the DocuSign, I'm tracking everything inside that DocuSign. I'll say in that DocuSign, it lets me know I sent it this date. I sent it that date. I sent it this date. I sent it that date. So then I did do a follow-up call, because now 2 weeks have passed, or around the 2-week mark. I want to know what's going on. Hey, is there anything, what's going on? Did you reread it? Anything on your mind? And it sounded like it was just one thing shifting to another. One thing shifting to another. One thing shifting to another. And never, I'm all in. I'm going to knock his head off. I have no concerns. Let's do it. I know you're legit, professional. Hey, let's do it. It's shifting one thing to another, shifting one thing to another. And so it was, I'm not going to be specific with it, but we'll just say it's a family situation. I get it. I get it, gente. Again, I don't go off emotion. I don't go off of feeling. I amateur box for 10 years. I've been pulled out on. I've been done it all. Now on the business side. So I get family situations. I get all the things that could happen. All the things that could happen. I get those things. But I'm trying to negotiate a fight that the people want to see. And the feedback that I have, or at least how this whole thing initiated, was you wanted to knock his head off. And what the people are now hearing on the internet, hit that pinchy like button, is why you pulled out. So this last week, which was the last week of June, let's go ahead and get into it. Again, I don't want to be a long video. Got completely just ghosted. Now I'm ghosted. Okay. Well, this is what we do. When you want to play Ghostbusters, this is what we do. Okay. The heavyweight title is vacated. Okay. For not pulling up. And now we have a new heavyweight title fight that is happening November 28th, which is Thanksgiving. It's going to be a Thanksgiving to remember. Who's going to be getting in the ring right now? I don't got the official poster, but I got something, cabrones, all right? Before I show the poster, gente, I want to thank both individuals. One individual, well, I got to say your name, mister. I got to say your name. Paradigm Media News. He set a record on the fastest contract signing I've ever seen. Shout out to you. He set a new record for the fastest contract signing I ever seen. I know you want to get in there. You're about to mix it up now. And to take it up a notch now, to take it another up a notch, is the heavyweight title is on the line. This Thanksgiving, you're going to be with your familia. Chilling with the familia. I don't even think there's ever been a pelea on Thanksgiving before. But guess what? We're here. We're happening. So again, to reiterate what's going on, the title has been vacated. Go back and watch the video if you want to hear my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 tries at trying to put it together. And you should know Mikey can put things together, man. I'm not, who you see Mikey now is not the Mikey of the past. I was actually completely opposite. The opposite of meek, the opposite of humble, the opposite of good, all of that. So I can get these things done. But I'm not going to go knocking on your door 6, 7, 8. And I count all of those things. Phone calls. There was at least 4 phone calls, maybe 5 phone calls made last week. No return call. Now, he's going to go ahead and have his reasons. Hey, that's okay, bro. It's okay. Have your reasons. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, 15, 20 minutes. We couldn't find 15 or 20 minutes to fight in November. You can't pre-plan right now 5 months ahead. 5 months ahead. You can't give people 15, 20 minutes of fight time 5, 6 months ahead. That's too much. But again, we're moving on. We're moving on, right? The title officially stripped. And here we are now. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into the new fight announcement before I open it up and read some chats. Here we go. Fight announcement time. November 28th. Thanksgiving. That night at 6 p.m. on Content Creator, which is ccsof.uscreen.io. We'll put all the links up out there. I have the vacant heavyweight title on the line. And here it is. Ready? Get the drum roll going. For the people. Contract officially signed. Thank you to both gentlemen. Have been nothing but professionals in this lead up. But now we have a heavyweight attraction. The fight just stepped up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. Because here we go. Fighting on November 28th. The heavyweight title is on the line. Thanksgiving fight night. Here we go. Thanksgiving Fight Night. Here we go. We have Boxer versus Mile High Hustle. Thursday, November 28th. I'm excited about this one, gente. It's time to give the people what they want. That's right. Si Se Puede Podcast. I see you, my boy. That's right. Si Se Puede Podcast. I see you, my boy. I see you guys. We did it. Here it is. It's on now. That's right. Artie Marin's in the casa. That's right. Team Terminator. Drop the comment real quick. Come on now. Before we go. What do you think about this one? That's right. I just seen Paradigm Media News is in the comment section. I appreciate you. I don't know why you didn't have a wrench. I'm just going to add the wrench right now. I don't know why Irony didn't have a wrench neither. He's a day oneer. Mister, I appreciate you. I appreciate your professionalism. I appreciate you returning that contract back to me in record time. I never had a contract returned back to me that quick. Of course, the crooks of the contracts are just basically the same, right? We hit those contracts. I can make the contract. We can make it 100 pages or 1 page and hit the key bullet points. But I appreciate you, mister. The fastest contract signing we have has been done by Paradigm Media News. And then gracias, of course, I don't want to just say without Mile High Hustle and his participation, stepping up and give it a November to remember Thanksgiving Fight Night on Content Creators Series of Fighting. Here we are hitting another milestone for the vacant heavyweight title. Again, that just makes it more of a special attraction. But this one is happening. This one is happening. So I appreciate you guys. Let me read some of the comments. That's right. Brenda Loves in the casa. I appreciate you. Farmero Fruit Stand también, mi hermano, is in here. I don't know how you don't have a wrench, cabrón. That's right. Let me make sure that is Farmero, though. Let me see. Go to, what do you do? Oh, that one. Yeah. That's a Pichi Farmero's avatar. Cabrón chingado, man. Shit. So I remember when they shot the picture for like the Northern Ghetto Boys and all those pictures. That's what it looks like, cabrón, on the background. Boom, that's right, you guys. So, again, this is the announcement, you guys. We have a November to remember. The contracts have been signed. We're going to go ahead and give it to the people. It's going to be Thanksgiving time, the best meal of the pinche year you're going to be eating. You might like your family and be there, or you might say, chale with the familia and watch it on your own. You're going to be able to see it from any smartphone, laptop, TV, tablet, device. All you need is an internet connection. All the information. We've been down this road. All the information is going to be given out there to the people this November. I can't wait for this fight right here. Don't blink. And they're heavies. Yes, they're there. This is a heavyweight fight. We just had a heavyweight fight tonight. Deontay Wilder got knocked on his ass. They're fun fights in the 5th round. We'll go over everything but gracias again to both gentlemen. Gracias to their professionalism. Gracias to their participation. The lead up to this, I believe it's going to be something memorable, something that we can make memories. Of course, at the end of the day, it's about going in and it's about going back to our familias and getting, everyone safe in their situations and then giving the people what they want on Thanksgiving night. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go into some of the comments. Should I leave the poster up? It's not even the poster. My bad. I don't even know why I call it that. My poster guy, he's going to text me right now. ¿Qué es eso? It's something I just made on the internet, cabrón. That's right. Miss Chicano Tube is in the building. She says she can't wait. I appreciate you. I appreciate Miss Chicano Tube, Traveling Mercy. She's in Reno. She's in Reno con las muchachas, with the ladies. She's in Reno. Paradigm Media News says, I know it'll be a brawl. I'm glad things turned out the way they did because otherwise you guys would have seen another clown show. It probably can play into the reasons, right? Damn, I'm going to step in there and get my ass fucking beat. I don't know. It could be one of 100 things. What I don't appreciate is getting ghosted. What I don't appreciate is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 calls. It wastes people's time. When people start valuing their time, they're going to say what I say now. Your time is precious. Every single heartbeat, your heart is pumping. Every single breath the lungs are putting in is very, very precious. So for anyone to waste that, it's a damn shame. So again, it was a little bit too much. A little bit too much. That's right, Sea Dogs in the casa. I appreciate you, cabron, farmero. So let's be clear. Tony only gets in the ring. Chingado, pinche farmero. Pinche farmero, man. So, again, it was an inaugural show. It was a great show, but that's it. It's a wrap. And now what's happening on November is it's time to put who is going to be the real heavyweight champ. We have Paradigm Media News, and then we have Mile High Hustle. So these two, we're going to go ahead and analyze this. Who I propose to go ahead and get involved in this thing, I would love for DAZN Mark from DAZN in Houston, Texas. I would love for his expert analysis. I would also love Cholo Trucker. I would love Cholo Trucker, his expert analysis también. I'm not going to leave out my brother Si Se Puede. Again, this is very preliminary. I know you guys are going to want the details, but the contracts are signed. These two individuals didn't hesitate. The contract was signed de volada. No back and forth. No back and forth. Straight to the point. Going to give the people finally what they want. I know Mr. Bucks, I know he's finally happy. Finally this is happening. Thousands invested, I believe. Thousands invested in equipment. Time, which a lot of people know is more valuable than money. Time, your life. Invested that we're not going to go back in time, and talk about the runner and his sabotage. We're not going to go back in time and talk about that. Because he ain't Mexican, ese.
Thinking of letting him in, ese?
Told you he's my best crime partner.
He ain't Mexican, ese?
That's right. Live, you guys. Here it is one more time. This is not the official poster, just so you can see the announcement in case you're watching it on the replay or just started tuning in right now. Don't forget to hit that like. Thanksgiving Fight Night brought to you by Content Creator Series of Fighting. Boxer versus Mile High Hustle. Thursday, November 28th. The first time you'll see chingazos on the internet, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and read some comments. I'm going to wrap this one up at 9 o'clock. I just want to hear your feedback, period. And try to keep it professional when it comes to even El Cabron, stories, okay? Hey, Cabron, stories. If you're listening to this on the replay, I gave you your moment, Cabron, and you lived it up, man. You were in the moment. You soaked it in. There's plenty of photos. Hey, it is what it is, But what we're going to do here is we're going to execute these fights. We're going to get them going like this. We're going to go ahead and deal with ease, very professionally, get to the point, and give the people what they want. Si Se Puede podcast. Once Boxer gets the belt, nobody is taking it from him. Permanent heavyweight champion. That's right, cabron. Permanent heavyweight champion. You never know where it could lead. I'm not ever closing the doors on any possibility. Once a year fades. Twice a year fades. You never know. But really, the platform is there. This is the platform for the raza. This is the platform for the people. We had to have our own platform in order to put these pinche peleas on. Everyone else would just bicker about them. Well, this, well, that. And then, I do get some DMs. You guys hit me on the DM a lot. Or not you guys, but I'm saying people hit me on the DM. You're fucking with this guy. You're fucking with that guy. No, you're fucking with my bag. Keep your hands off my money. Hopefully you grow up and mature one day and figure out that all we have is Dios Familia. And my grandkids are going to eat off that cheddar. So keep your hands off of that shit. That's why a lot of people just box themselves in. Well, this, and leave me out of it. My name's Bennett. I ain't in none of that bullshit. Here we are putting on the best fights on YouTube between YouTubers, content creators. Tommy Thunder's in the casa. That's right, my boy. Orale, Tommy Thunder. That's right, cabron. Where them little 10 G's you owe me? That's right, Artie Marin. Where them little 10 G's? Where them little 10 G's? We ended up filing. We ended up filing against the runner. I mean, he ain't even living under his name, and all we found was like $50,000 in child support. So it is what it is. So them 10 G's just get added. You know what I mean? If he ever buys a property, they'll lien it. If he ever does it, you know, some shit like that. But anyways, enough of that. You guys, the announcement is done. I'm going to read some comments. It's not going to be a long live. Yes, the heavyweight title was stripped and taken away. And as it becomes vacant, it's only the obvious choice who should fight for the vacant heavyweight. Even though I respect it, like Cholo Trucker said, right? Hey, this belt, after he won the belt, Cholo Trucker, he handed it to me. And I'm like, what the? He goes, carnal, I'm not going to be able to defend this. Here it is. I don't want to, you know, whatever he said. And I'm like, this cabron has a heart. He won the title and doesn't want the title. I mean, come on now. So it could be to each fighter, you know what, defend it or not, don't rule it out. Because sometimes when you get in shape and that itch comes, you want to bang it out. Or how about this? It becomes so much of a classic. This fight becomes so much of a classic fight, people want to see part 2. People want to see part 2. What do you think about that? It could. We could see a boxer and Mile High. Again, I'm thinking, now I'm just talking fight. I'm excited for this fucking fight, bro. I'm really fucking pumped, man. What do you guys think about it, man? Give me some feedback. Let me know.
1111th Street, Ranker.
JVL Centenario says, irony. Orale, irony. That's right. Farmero Fruit Stand, day oneer right there. La Falau, they just fighting over there. Just scrape the stand. I don't even know what the hell that is. You bet cash, you lose cash. You pay cash. Pit Mobile. That's right, cabrones. Get your popcorn ready. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a fucking banger. We got Mile High Hustle wrenched up in the comment section. Here we go. Here we go. I'm excited, my boy. My boy. It's going to be a Thanksgiving to remember, gente. I can't wait. These two right here, they're like, we got two 18-wheelers that are going to just head straight toward each other. I can't wait for the promotion, the lead up. On this one, I want to take my time. Again, we do got August. So we don't want to overstep August. But I felt the people deserve now June. We're out of the Raza month. Well, they're all Raza months, but we're out of May, where the negotiation was taking place for that fight. This is long enough for the people to wait. The people don't deserve to be waiting this pinchy long. 6, 7, 8 text messages. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 phone calls. Almost like I'm trying to convince you, and that's not, I'm like, what the fuck? How is that my job? Gente, we're supposed to be, discussing what we need to discuss as men, but that's it. As far as throwing the chingazos, throw the chingazos. I mean, if Alvin came knocking on my door, gente, I'm going to glance at that contract once, and I'm going to sign that bitch. Oh, you're saying you're going to pull up? Okay, cool. Wherever you want, Alvin. In the 818, all that shit. Yeah, however you want it. We'll even get Lefty Gump if you want all these rappers rapping at the show. However you want it. How about on my dime, Alvin? And even if I did that on my dime and paid you to get in there, what would you say? I'm only 178 pounds, Alvin. You probably got me by like 50 pounds. So what say you?
I'll kill you! Fuck these other vatos, ese! Get up, Chucky! Get up! You fuck with my familia, eh? You gotta answer to me here and now. Come on, toe to toe!
I don't know, it came across my feed today. Spider now and Chucky, as they're like pinchy 50 years old now, right? They're still young. They just both have low riders and que la chingada. That's right, Mike's Rose in the casa. Why doesn't Mike's Road have a ranch? Cabrón. Mike's Rose in the casa. Should we open up the phone lines? Should we before we go? Make it a little more interesting in the ends. We could open up the phone lines. Let me see. Here we go. There we go. All right, good. All right, anyways, who is it talking about? Damn, it went over my head. I don't know who I was talking about. Someone was in the chat. Irony. Shit, it went over my head. Who was it? Mike's World. I said cover on Mike's World. Feed me, dude. Feed me, dude. Mike's World. Day oneer. All right, you guys, coming up on 9 o'clock. Come on. What do you think about this fight? It's happening. Here we go. The title's been stripped. Go back. Whatever. I don't expect to get a phone call. Nothing. I don't expect to get anything, And it is what it is. That's why we keep it pushing now. But here we go with the November to remember, you guys. Paradigm Media News. I got you tomorrow. I'm just finishing another banger called the Burlington. That's right. Cabrón, the last time we went over to the border. It was like 2 or 3 months ago. I don't know if I messaged you or not. That Inner Demons had me on the road. On the Inner Demons on playlist. If no one produces the Inner Demons, let's talk about that. Let's talk about producing Inner Demons and possibly getting Paul LA Times. Shoot that one, because that one, whew, of course, production, budgets, all of that. That's right. Mike's Rose in the casa. That's right. I appreciate you, Iron Inferior. Mikey, let's get AZ a fight now. So, AZ. So let me talk about that, because AZ's from YouTube Streets. I met the individual, AZ from YouTube Streets, just by phone. We talked.
Call from
Brother Alfonso.
Caller, you're live on Chicano Tube.
What's up, Mikey? Brother Alfonso, man, checking in, man. How's it going, my brother? Can you hear me?
I don't know why I can't hear you, but I think the people can hear you. Si Se Puede podcast is in the casa.
Oh, man, big boxer, the boogeyman, coming out. This is going to be a fight that people are not going to miss. What, Mile High? Brother, you better train, man. You're going up against a axe cutter over here, a tree cutter. He's going to chop everything down, man. I cannot wait for this fight. It's going to be exciting, bro. Thank you, Mikey, for putting this together. I cannot wait, bro. I've been wanting to see Big Box fight, bro. This is going to be a knockout fight. This is not going to be a fight, bro. This is going to be too much power. There's going to be too much power. It's not going to go well, man.
This is podcast. That's right, man, hermano. I'm having technical difficulties. I can't hear the call, but I think you guys can hear the call. I'm going to let him go like another minute. Si se puede. Appreciate you, cabrón.
Hey, guys, I am serious. These fights are so different when you're there in person. That Cholo Trucker and Buzz fight was amazing, and I can't imagine what this someone is going to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how people dare themselves to call out Big Box. I can't wait. November, everybody tap in. Chicano 2, thank you for doing what you're doing. Shout out to everybody. Good luck to these two men. I'm out.
That's right, my boy. I appreciate you. Gracias, Si Se Puede podcast is in the casa. I appreciate you, my boy. Cholo Trucker is in the casa. And Cholo Trucker's not wrenched up. Chingado. Of course not. Hell no. Not Cholo Trucker. All right. So the A team would be DAZN Mark, Cholo Trucker, of course, my brother Alfonso. We're going to work out all those details coming up. So this show is going to be a special attraction live on Thanksgiving night, you guys, 6 p.m. after carving the turkey. No one's put on chingazos on Thanksgiving, but it's happening now. The contracts have been signed by both sides. I'm going to take the phone off the hook now because I can't hear it. So no, we're not going to take no more phone calls. Spensa, gente. AZ needs a fight. Homeboy. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So I was talking about the YouTube Streets. So this is what happened. This is what happened with YouTube Streets, right? When Stories wanted what he called an in-between fight on the road to November. This is post the February fight, right? Post the first fight, right? I mean, that's how you feel. You know, you're in shape. You just went through a training camp. You're like, fuck it, bring them on, line them up now. Let's do it every single month. And he did a video, and he said what he said in his video, right? And so I had reached out to YouTube Streets, to that individual right there. Crossed my mind. We've already, been in contact. I said, I jumped on their YouTube channel and all that. And everything is fine and dandy. So that would have been the fight. It was going to be Tony, and it was going to be AZ. Now, I got to give credit where credit is due. AZ signed the contract, boom, like one night to the morning. You know, like Mile High. One night sent, the morning it was signed. Same thing with AZ. One night sent, the morning it was signed. And Tony, he basically said, you know what? There's better fights out there. There's videos on the internet, the dude getting spaghetti legged or something like that. I got sent some of the clips. That's neither here, that's neither there. But guess what? When you fight in public, like on the internet, you know, they're going to put clips out there. Now, not these fights, not my fights, because with my pay-per-view company, they run a digital fingerprint and an audio fingerprint on YouTube and will strike channels immediately if you try to upload a second of it. And I say that because some channels still upload footage on YouTube. And I'm telling you, don't do that unless you want to get struck. And so AZ signed the contract. Tony was already looking past them. You know, I have been in contact with Chad from Blood on the Razor Wire. Okay, me and him were in talks. But Chad respectfully didn't want to step in California. So the overhead for that fight would have been 3 times, maybe more. You know, the overhead for that one to take the show on the road. I've only LLC'd the show in California as of right now. I haven't LLC'd the show in Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. That's what I want to do. O sea, legit, by the book. No chuecuras way. You know, we got to do shit right. You know, someone asked me, what do you think about GB getting indicted and all that? I'm like, well, it's part of the life. He knew what he was doing. It's part of the life. These motherfuckers are really living their lyrics. I guess there's a respect factor, at least to that. These guys are really living their lyrics, and they're getting caught up in indictments. If that's worth anything, I don't know. That's right, Paradigm Media News. Mile High, don't trip on that, my boy. I'm the one who has to share. Oh, it's going to be a good fight. So we'll go over Mile High's experience because he does got experience. That's right, Dallas Fort Worth photographer. Cabron, I was just waiting for Dallas Fort Worth photographer to come back in here. I was in Dallas like 2 weeks ago, cabron. And that's the name of the airport. I just realized it. That's why your pinchy YouTube channel name is DFW. Dallas Fort Worth, my boy says, Mikey, that's not your fight. Tony A's needs to handle AC. Cabron, I would love for that to go down and materialize. But Alvin is truly ducking fades. O sea, Wacko knock on the door. Supposedly, he says he wasn't there. I don't know. But Tony says, just pull up to me, and we'll move the table, and we'll handle it. I'm not 15. Oh, okay, you're not 15 years old no more, right? Okay. But with Norby's, real quick, we'll throw the hands like it's the back of the handball court, YA. What's that about? And what I heard is with the car show incident, he spun the whole thing on the car show incident. It's not even what happened. It's not him stepping to Marvelous. It was Marvelous stepping to him and him punking out. Anyways. So that's not your fight. Tony A. Yeah, that's right. So I'm in contact with Tony A. Me and Tony A on the phone. One time I was live at the In-N-Out. Cabrones, you guys call me the In-N-Out spokesman. And Tony A. Called me during the live, cabron. I had to get back to him after. Why? Because, you know, we're from the old school, so you don't even have to be from the old school. You can even be one of the youngsters right now in this generation. But the real recognize the real. And that's what I think we had in our generation that has gone away. The real recognize the real. That means when you recognize the real, you know that motherfucker, he's got the 1,000-yard look, the 1,000-yard stare. You know he's been through some shit, you know. But, of course, the dude comes off humble. The dude comes off as he's elevated in life and a different person. The real recognize the real, and you will never want to test, question, none of that bullshit with the real. Anyways, gracias, Dallas Fort Worth photographer, my boy. Corey Smith, that's right. I appreciate you, Corey Smith. That's right, bro. Tony was given until this past Tuesday to sign, but he goes, I got ghosted, gente. I got ghosted the whole month right after Cinco de Mayo. I did the pinchy mix over here. I did the mix, okay? That was the Cinco de Mayo mix. Go back and listen to that one for you cabrones that are Mexicans twice a year. Go back and listen to that mix. Right after that, I said all hands on deck because now Cholo Trucker's fight was already done, which was a fucking banger of a fight. That was a great, great, great fight. And shout out to the coaches, the homies again that I got involved in that one. They brought fighters, monsters, lions, golden glove, silver glove finalists. Shout out to everybody that was involved in that fight. I got ghosted, gente. I don't know what's been going on. And I'm sure there's reasons. There's always a reason when you don't want to do something. Always a reason. But what's the root? You don't want to do it. I can't tell you, Mikey, that I'm going to fight for 15 minutes in November. I'm just saying. So, again, hey, not shitting on anybody. This is strictly business. Hey, keep doing you. And it is what it is, but the title's been stripped, and here we go. November to remember. 6 o'clock live. There's the website, CCSOF, Content Creator Series of Fighting.uscreen.io. It starts at 6 o'clock. It will not be late. It will not be hesitant. Matter of fact, the last one was early by like 10, 15 minutes. And the first one we did, shout out to EBK, my boy. Shout out to EBK family. Did you hear the Chicano Hour last time, gente? Miss Chicano Tube says she's a fan. She's a fan of EBK. She subscribed. Miss Chicano Tube. The internet's crazy, man. I remember one time, real quick before we go, I was with como el broker, right, in la oficina. Y él siempre trajeado, tuxedos and everything, right? This guy likes Rolexes. He's balling out of control. You already know who you are, my boy. Shout out to you, Fabian. Shout out to you, cabrón. He listens on YouTube. Balling. So one time he calls me in the office. Hey, come here. You know, and I'm like, okay, you know, it's business. It's always business. It's always una casa vendiendo algo, right? And so I walked in, I closed the door. He leans back on his table. And you know what he tells me? I didn't even know that he listened to YouTube. You know what he tells me? This is just to let you know how YouTube reaches people from all walks of life, all different lifestyles. This is mi compadre, mega baller, whatever you want to call him. You know what I mean? Mega baller. I guess I just called him that. He tells me, he closed the door. He goes, hey. He goes, did you hear Baby Joker's latest video? And he was talking about Baby Joker on Paradigm Media News. And I'm like, what the hell? Are you telling me driving a pinchy Lamborghini Ferrari wearing $2,000 suits? And he calls me in the office and he tells me one day, he goes, hey, did you hear Baby Joker's latest interview? And that's when he was dropping those ones consistently on Paradigm Media News. I'm like, chingado. The internet reaches everybody, gente. That's why this fight right here, man, this is going to set a precedence, I think, for the fights. After this fight right here, that's it. We're gone, gente. We're going to take off into 2025 with so much momentum. But again, to the fighters, to you fighters that want to get in this ring in Content Creator Series of Fighting, let's do business. Let's do business together. That's all I ask. No feelings. If you got excuses before you call me, let's not even talk. If you got reasons, let's not even talk about it. Okay? Because then we're going to hit a wall. And I'm trying to, this is going to set the precedence for that. I'm trying to help you guys so you guys, you know, the internet doesn't go crazy. The comments are going to start commenting, tagging channels. You pulled out. Here, we're just going to deal with the facts and the facts only. So the fighters, don't call me with that. Don't call me with that going forward. Shout out to you guys. That's right. Irony Fisticuffs. Mike's World. Yeah, I've been watching your videos, bro. That's right. All right, Pinche Irony. I don't know. Did someone mention me over there on YouTube Streets? I think they were mentioning me. Someone commented and said they mentioned me over there, but it was in regards to that AZ fight. Tony was looking past that fight. He wanted a filler fight really, really quick. But then after that, pues, a lo mejor the thrill is gone. And then next thing you know, it's called life. You know, and it's called life. You know, he has a family, all due respect. It's called life. I get it, wait. But you know what we're going to do? We ain't going to play the ghosting game. We ain't going to play the ghosting game at all. Not at all. 9 o'clock, gente. Headgear or no headgear, Mikey. Headgear or no headgear, absolutely none of my fights will have headgear, gente. You've been seeing Bakersfield Boxing, all of these YouTube channels that are now exploding with backyard chingazos in a ring, gloves, no headgear. Why would mine be any different? But I know you're just asking a question from a technical standpoint, but to let you know, there will never be headgear in any one of my fights These are grown-ass men. I mean, an ounce, you remember a brick weed? An ounce of brick weed on top of your fist. And, okay, well, how about, 10? You want 10 ounces of brick weed? You want 20? I mean, it's like it's already a lot of padding on your hands. Let them thump it out like men on Thanksgiving. I can't wait, man. I can't wait, you guys. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. Paradigm Media News says, that's right, Cholo Trucker. Paradigm Media News, I will let you know this. Cholo Trucker has a gift for commentating. That's his gift. That's one of his callings, and I think it's a passion, so even greater. He's great on. You've seen him. Go back and watch it if you haven't already. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Watch EBK's first fight on the inaugural show, and you will see Cholo Trucker interviews, questions, commentating. Smooth cruise. He's like smooth cruise.
Now you home with us and defend the barrio. Patos Locos forever.
Forever. Man, Chewy had a big old eye buster blasted on his stomach. You guys, there's the announcement right there. That's right, Cholo Trucker. I would like to get Cholo Trucker involved respectfully, but we'll definitely have a conversation, about that because this fight, I can't wait. Who's not going to want to see the fight, for one, be involved with the fight if you can be? I already know this is going to be a slugfest. I hope you're not. I hope you're not sleeping on Mile High. That pinchy fist that he's holding up, that fist, you see the fist holding up in the poster? Mile High, that pinchy fist he's holding up, there's been a lot of people on the bad end of that fist. A lot of people have been thumped with that left hand. I don't know if he's southpaw. A lot of people have been thumped by that left hand he's holding up. You don't think so? We'll talk about that during the promotion, gente. Mile High Hustle says 50-ounce gloves. Yeah, some people want, they start, and I know, again, 10 is the lowest you can put on a heavyweight. And that's in the amateurs. I don't know about the pros. We're not going to compare nothing to the pros. Because, again, it's going to be as close to amateur boxing as possible, but without the headgear. That way we could do Chicano rules, gente. Remember how we fight? We fight with Chicano rules. We don't fight these knockdown. Chicano rules are basically unlimited knockdowns. Chicano rules. Unlimited knockdowns. The cabron wants to get up and keep fighting. Let him keep fighting. Who am I to stop him from fighting? If he wants to get up and show balls and show heart, Chicano rules. Unlimited knockdowns. Chicano rules. Unlimited blood. I don't care if the fighter wants to windshield wipe, as long as he can get the blood out of his eyes and he wants to continue to keep swinging. Who am I, or veteran referee Isaac Castillo, to stop the action? Who am I? Those are Chicano rules. Gloves, we'll use the smallest gloves we can. Possibly 10s if we can. 10s look really, really small. Sometimes on people's fists because they got large arms and long. O sea, 10s sometimes look like pieces of paper. I guess that's what I'm saying. So 10s, we'll take the 10s, we'll take the 12s. What kind of gloves? We don't fuck around with gloves, gente. We don't fuck around. What do I mean by that? We use exclusive Cleto Reyes Mexican gloves. We don't fuck around with off-brand gloves. None of this shit. It has to be from Mexico. They're the staple of gloves. All my boxing coaches know. Come on, Cleto Reyes, all my boxing coaches know. Those are the standard. The high line, top shelf. I guess you can call it. Little Jefe 1, that's right, my boy. They got to put glass on the tapes. Blood Sport Show. Now, the only thing I can do with the license way is I could do boxing and I could do MMA. So just to put that out there, because I don't think I put that out there enough. Will I do an MMA one? Yeah, sure. I just hope it's not boring. I just hope the fucking guy doesn't want to hug and wrestle. I just hope that there's no action, no punches, no hugging, no halting, no lay and pray. I just hope that doesn't happen, and I'll have motherfuckers choke each other out, because that's a real fight. And here we only put on real fights. I'm putting them inside a boxing ring, but this is a real fight, gente. This can end however. I'm excited about that. Mile High Hustle, that's right. I'm going to try, my brother. Saludos, Shadow Pit. That's right. Richie Lokes. I appreciate you, cabron. Pancho Zapata. Hey, everyone heard the announcement, right? Shadow Pit. Is that the real Shadow Pit? Pinchy Shadow Pit doesn't have a wrench by now? Shit. Let me see. That's the real Shadow Pit. That is. Let me see. Hold on. All right, then we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, that is. Ahí está el perro, cabrón. Ahí está el perro. That's right, you guys. You guys, the announcement is official now. We have our November fight. Talk about it. Share it. Share the live. Share it. Screenshot it. Whatever you want to do to already create that buzz. We're not going to look past August. It's still an August bad blood card. What's been going on with that has been I've been getting yays from one side and no's from the other side. So trying to just match make people. You know, it's not that they're not interested, but it's just the matchmaking. But that's my job. That's not their job. So my job is to try to put it together. Try to put it together as much as I can. No headgear, just dignity. Win, lose, or draw. Just give it all you got. That's what matters. Warriors por vida. That's right, mi hermano Cholo Trucker. That is right, cabrón. But again, who else is doing these kind of fights on holidays? Thanksgiving. Who brought it to you? Brought to you and powered by Chicano Tube Promotions, gente. We finally have it. To Paradigm Media News, I'm so glad. I'm happy that it's finally coming full circle. This is the first fight under my banner. So it's happening, okay? It's happening. And so I appreciate you and Mile High Hustle. I highly appreciate your professionalism. Wait till we start talking about the experience, the ring time, the other things. Mile High Hustle is going in there to throw his hands and do damage. One hitter, bad intention punches is what are going to be thrown. Bad intentions to drop you, cabrón. I'm throwing this with bad intentions. This is bomb after bomb. Man, I would be sparring at least 8 rounds. I would be sparring 8 rounds. I'd be hitting that bag probably that much, at least 8 rounds. We'll announce rounds and all of the details before. But it's going to be a wonderful Thanksgiving finally for the people, you guys. I'm going to start signing out. Well, saludos. That's right, my boy. That's right. Little Jefe One Boxer, he says. That's right, my boy. Get your cardio up, porfa. Cardio? You need cardio, cabrón. You know what? This is what I say. The best way to get ready for the fight is to fight. That's how you know. Get a sparring partner, man. Get in there, throw chingazos with each other, and time it. Time it. O sea, at least 3 minutes. If you can start 2, work up to 3. Don't reinvent the wheel. You know, just get in there and spar as much as you can. Fight, 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 fight. That's how at least you'll have your fighting wind. If you're just going to hit the bag, that ain't going to do shit. Lifting weights, it'll make you strong on the punch. Yeah, it will. But the weights will be like 20% usually of a training camp. You know, we'll hit weights, but we're also cutting weight. Unfortunately, in boxing, we had to cut weight, a lot of pounds. The most I ever cut was like 12 pounds in 2 days. So, fighting, boxing, sparring, every weekend, go, go, go. And, man, get the miles in on the road. Get on the road, cabrones, and get on that road. It's going to be a lonely, lonely road. But eyes on November, cabron. It's going to be a great holiday. That's right, tomorrow night, Everlasting Base. You guys, I'm wrapping it up right here. If you want to go ahead and catch it on the replay, you will hear the heavyweight title has been stripped, okay, from the current, now former holder, and it is vacant and on the line for November Thanksgiving. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Many, many more episodes coming soon, plus the promotion for this fight, plus the official poster, okay, the designer. He's out with the familia on the weekend. I get it. I hit him on Friday, but he already had plans the weekend. The official poster will come out. Just here we go. Here we go, gente. The road to November, the road to Thanksgiving. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Plenty more episodes coming soon. I will see you guys. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Many more episodes coming soon. But remember what I always say? Remember what I always say. I'll see you on Thanksgiving, cabrones. And remember what I always say, and